Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to share with you that I channeled Michael Jackson. Now, before I begin, I just want to remind everyone that channeling is not exclusive to the deceased. Channeling can be through living beings, human beings, pets, and even beings on other planets and in other dimensions that are still very much alive. I had hoped to find out that that was the case with Michael Jackson. So I am sorry to say, spoiler alert, he really did pass away at the time that we were told that he passed away. So I began with asking him to tell me what happened when he died. And immediately he says to me, I was silenced. And I knew that I would be. I had planned that tour to be my last, and me and the kids were going to be insulated. I knew they were coming. I just didn't know how they would do it. And I didn't suspect the doc. Not at all. Never thought that he would do that to me. It's so sad. It's so, so sad. I really thought he was my friend. I really thought that he was helping me. He would take care of me. People are mean, Kelly. People are just mean. And I told him that I know. I understand. And I'm sorry. And I sympathize with him. So then I asked him, why were they wanting to silence you? Was it over the music label rights and all of that stuff? And his reply was, well, that's where it started. They had it out for me after that. I had a beef with them over my rights to my property, my creations, my money, and my name. And so they had a beef with me too. They knew I knew about the other stuff that they do, with kid stars and others. I knew because they tried to trap me up in it. Like that time me and Brooke were at Hefner's place. We were in the grotto alcove in the cave area. They tried to take our picture, hoping we were doing, dirty things. But we weren't. We were just talking like two kids. Two kids that just like each other. Shy, cute, talking. And then they tried to catch me up with other girls, even Lisa Marie. But we were pure. We were good. I don't kiss and tell, but I don't kiss on the first date either. I'm a gentleman. But I knew the tricks that they pull, and it didn't work on me, even though my father was all for that kind of business. Anything really to make a buck. Terrible. Just despicable. I tell you, really sad and despicable. Anyway, I never said anything to anyone about any of that kind of stuff, except for Liz and Liza, which is Elizabeth Taylor and Liza Minnelli. They know what I knew, and they knew even more than I did. Boy, did they go through it when they were young. It's just terrible. Makes me so sad and sick. So much darkness, so much hate, just pure evil, no conscience. So when they decided to pull the punches with the record label stuff, they got really nasty. And I decided I'm not going to stand for it. They've hurt too many people. They've taken too much money. They've used people as pawns, and worse, they needed to be stopped. And I felt like I had enough money and pull that I could do it. So I started collecting proof of all of their dirty tricks, all their deeds that they do. and I was turning it all over to the right people too. But there are moles and spies everywhere. So when I realized that they're really coming for me now, I told my sisters, Latoya and Janet, I put instructions in place for what to do in case they got me with my money, my kids, all of my info, everything. Now, Janet, she didn't want no part of this info stuff. She didn't want to be involved because she had already been involved in other ways when we were younger. But others knew, and they did want to help. They wanted to continue my mission. It was their mission too, for all of us, for everyone. And it's safe now to say that even my kids had decided to help on this cause to fight against this evil that's in the industry, that's in the world. They're safe now, and nobody can hurt them. And I am so glad to say that. And speaking of my kids, isn't Paris beautiful? She's so talented, so musical, lyrical, and just beautiful. And my boys are shy like me, especially Prince, but at least he dates without a case of the nerves like I did. I'm so proud of them all. My family, too. I love my family. And it's been so fun for me to continue to watch them grow. So, this is when I asked him, well, were you spiritual before you died? Did you know about the dimensions and how we could still interact with each other and stuff? And he said, oh, yes. Liz and Liza both taught me a lot about that kind of stuff. And I'm not really like into a bunch of crystals or anything, but I did definitely believe in a higher power and that spirits can visit you. Because one time my grandmother visited me in a dream and it felt so real. So then I knew that it was possible to connect with people from the other side, even if I'm the one that ends up there. I still visit Neverland often. It's even more magical now than it was when I was living there. And I love my family. I loved my life. But it's nothing but pure love here on this side. You wouldn't trade it for the world, really. Once you're here, you know. Well, thanks, Kelly. I better go for now, but I'll be seeing you around. And then he faded away. And in his talking, he was also showing me a lot of imagery. So I saw like his last concert being prepared. I saw him on the stage. I saw him backstage. I saw scaffolding stuff all over the place. Lots of people, men busy working and doing all kinds of things. And him making these plans with some man that he really trusted about his getaway that he was going to have after this last tour, um, this last big concert thing that he was putting on. He was planning on taking the children to a safe house and completely almost like witness protection, right? They were going to go into this whole safe house narrative and just sort of vanish. All of them were just going to vanish, him and the children. But it just didn't work out that way for him, unfortunately. Um, but I have to say that I could feel the embarrassment in him still for the way that the media portrayed him after he passed, even the way they portrayed him in the end, when they started playing nasty with him and accusing him of doing the things that they were actually the ones doing. It was disgraceful and despicable to him, and he was completely embarrassed and humiliated that they would try to smear him in such a way, such an awful way, and he would never ever think about harming a hair on a child's head. He adored children. He adored the wonder and the excitement and the pureness of the child, all children. To him, children were very magical, and he showed me that. It was a really beautiful, touching feeling to be able to feel that and sense that the way that he did, and he was so amazingly, deeply loving and kind. I would even dare to say maybe the kindest person, the kindest soul I have ever had the honor of interacting with. Truly. I mean, what a beautiful soul. And he wasn't showing me his soul just, now since he's on the other side and like that's changed. This was who he was as Michael Jackson. This is who he was in this life. A pure, beautiful, truly wonderful soul who actually genuinely cared about humanity and children and right from wrong and really, really, really wishing that all of the world could be rid of evil and ugliness and everybody could just be happy. What a beautiful, incredible, big, kind soul. So I'm really, really grateful for this one. Um, I channeled Michael because of a request that like 6 months ago I said I would do. And I'm sure she's gonna watch this. So hi. And I finally got to you. And I'm so sorry that it took this long. Um, but I don't regret a minute of it, I'll tell you. What a gorgeous soul. I mean, I'm so emotional that I really truly just wanna cry. I was in the presence of such a beautiful, pure soul. Like, I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away because I really don't think I've ever met such a beautiful soul. I'm sure I would remember it if I did. Incredible, incredible. I mean, this one was a real honor to channel for sure. And I honestly did hope that he was gonna be one of these people that I learn is in witness protection or something, and they're not really gone. So, I thought it then, and I know it for sure now. We lost one of the most incredibly beautiful people this planet, in modern times at least, has ever been graced with. And I hope for him, me, and all of you that he gets his wish and all of this ugliness and this evil is ridded from our earth so that we can sing Earth's song and praise her and praise the life we have in all her glory and ours. So that's what I have. And I'll see you again real soon. Be well and be blessed in love and light.